It has been roughly a day after speaking to the great Saltosio. The group has been sat in an awkward silence since then, not really speaking much at all. With the only activity for the past 15 minutes being Nabu giving Jacob a inquisitive yet filthy look. Oh, come on, what's got your knickers in a twist? You can talk after what you did yesterday. How about try the past couple of weeks? Meeting that crazy cook was a waste of time. Well, maybe it wouldn't have if we didn't have to rush off so quick. I hate to burst your bubble, but we've been going round in circles constantly. The amount of lunatics and craziness at the meet as well is getting all too much. Alright, fine, but at least we can just get on with today, eh? Finally something that makes a little bit of sense. We still need to go back to my master. I need repairs still. Arnold voiced on the back of the cart. Yes, we'll get your head screwed on properly after we've visited Ale Green. Solia peeked her head through from the back of the cart with a worried expression. Didn't you say you got attacked? Yes, it did. But I'm hoping the reinforcements from Fort Kingshield would have provided aid by now. Should be safe by the time we get there, but I'm looking to get some answers from any captured demons. Nabi suddenly stands up in alarm, fixated on a point in the sky. What's got you so on edge? Nabi points out with her finger. There! Reflecting in the sunbeam! Inside the aforementioned sunbeam was reflecting a white and gold metallic sheen. As the object drew closer from the sky, more red, iridescent red could be seen. A dragon? A flippin' dragon? I thought that was just dwarven myth! As the rest of the group settled up to the front of the cart to get a better look, Solia began to panic. Hide! We need to hide! What? How? We're best out in the open here. That dragon must belong to the church. I can tell because of the armour. If he sees me, Arnold or Gregory, we're dead. Oh, heavens tits. There's not enough room back there to hide all three of you. Arnold seems to have a sudden idea. Do not worry. I have a plan. Arnold proceeds to grab Solia and Gregory and pull them into the back of the cart. I just said there's not enough room back there. Oh, for goodness sake, Jacob, be quiet. We're out of options. The two were forced to be quiet as the dragon got even closer and landed with a rush of wind, and regarded the two with quizzical orange piercing eyes.
I wonder if you little peasants can provide me some aid to get me a lay of the land.
Oh, how we may be of service?
I have been sent to eliminate all demonic presence on this land. If you could direct me to the nearest threats, that'd be wonderful.
Have you tried going to the capital? Ask for Rumour's lair. The dragon flashes a face of annoyance, baring his teeth.
My mission parameters forbid it. If I were to cause mass panic due to my presence there, seeing how useless they might be over there guesses how you are now.
Frantic rustling could be heard in the back of the cart.
I didn't realize there was someone else there with you. Why is he not out here? Is there something you're trying to hide?
Oh, might just be rats.
Rats.
Jacob and Nabu froze in fear as the dragon pokes his head through the back of the cart. The dragon takes a big sniff and then retracts his head out.
I don't smell any rats.
Oh, how, odd. Jacob blurted dumbfoundedly at the dragon who hasn't seemed to have found his three other companions.
This is a waste of my time.
The dragon takes flight, almost knocking over the cart, and then heads southwest. Jacob and Nabi waited a painful couple of minutes, making sure the dragon had left properly, before entering the back of the cart. Upon seeing which, a pile of thick clothes on one side and an empty seat on the other, with Arnold's attire being strewn about randomly throughout the cart. You can come out now, it's safe. Gregory emerged from the thick, messy pile of cloth, revealing a bashful Solia, her face taking a light pinkish hue with her glowing form. Helping Solia up, Gregory asked, Hey, where did Arnold go? I'm right here. Jacob jumped as the voice of Arnold came from right behind him, where Arnold could not be seen. Ah! What the blazes? Arnold, since when could you do that? Jacob reached out with his pointer finger upon hitting Arnold's chest, which was completely invisible, along with the rest of him. It's this ring that made me see through. It was given to me by Ashley Barebone, or whatever his name was. Sawyer sighed in slight annoyance. Barebone, of course. Then Sawyer shifted the tone, as if he was going to jump out the car any second. Wait a minute, there's always a catch with Ashley. What does the ring do? Oh, what did you offer him? He gave me the ring in exchange of me to advertise his services to you. Sounds about right. Hey, Arnold, you do know it's safe now, right? You don't have to be invisible anymore. Gregory asked inquisitively. I don't know how to take the ring off. It's stuck. Jacob clasps his hands in front of his face in complete aggravation. Great, just great. How am I supposed to keep track of you now? Do not worry, it didn't make my clothes invisible. I'll put them back on now. Different items of Arnold's garb proceeded to float in the air and attach themselves to Arnold's invisible body. I'm gonna go drive the carts before any other colourful characters come along. I think we should head to Fort Kingshield. Be safer there in case that dragon comes back. The group hastily arrived at Fort Kingshield, a medium to large-sized barracks with plenty of colourful mage towers and with most of the defences facing northwards. One of the older guards at the gates saluted Jacob.
Hail! Emperor bless you, Jacob. You coming back to join the army?
No, I'm just passing through. Need to report a dragon that is spotted during our journey. By the way, have you heard from Ailgreen?
No need about the dragon. I'm one of our mages that spotted it. I did hear about the attack on Ailgreen. But if Ailgreen, you're gonna have to talk to General Mansworth if you're reporting anything about that.
The guards let the group pass through into the keep, in which a large courtyard could be found, along with soldiers training. A massive frame of a man could be seen standing bolt upright, barking orders at the soldiers.
Come on, maggots, you're an embarrassment. My grandmother could live farther than that. I only have the finest soldiers in my Grand Emperor's army. Put your back into it.
Jacob stood firm behind the general, waiting patiently as the general turned around to notice him.
Right, 10 more laps until your babies can breathe. So you have to see me like this, Jacob. But as you can see, we're a bit undermanned. We don't have any drill sergeants here.
It's not my place to comment, sir. But I see you got some mercenaries over there at that airship. Hopefully they're doing you well. They both looked over at the grounded airship, the most iconic thing about it being the great big shield on the prow. There are no crew members in sight on or around it, apart from what looked like to be the captain, who the rest of the group was approaching to make small talk.
Oh, you know, as good as mercenaries can be, but if properly trained, I'll make fine soldiers, I'll tell you that.
Mansworth's eyes got drawn to Sawyer's face and the rest of the group as he beckoned Jacob to go to a lone corner with him.
You're friends of that girl. Can they be trusted?
I've known Naby for a long time. The others are crazy, but I think they got good character. Why? Do you know something?
Jacob, I know you're not part of the Emperor's army anymore, but as a part of your duty, you need to keep this silent, okay?
Jacob does a quick salute as a sign of agreement.
Good. You can tell your friends if they can keep their mouths shut, but only if needed. Okay, I'm one of the Emperor's trusted assistants, and one of my duties is if I ever seen that girl, I have to bring them to the Emperor himself. But barring that, if I can't do that, I have to survey them as close as I can. Therefore, I bestow you upon the crown duty to bring her to the capital. Barring that, keep them safe, or at least within the Empire. I don't trust anyone else around this fort.
Jacob agreed to the order and relayed everything he knew to the general, before quickly heading back to the rest of the group.
Aye, glad you agree, she's a fine vessel.
As Jacob joined the rest of his companions, he was greeted by a man wearing rich, rustic, but fine, light armour. with a attire that looked different than what Jacob was used to. "Camaraderie of yours?" "Yes, this is Jacob. Jacob, meet Matthew Hart." "Sorry to cut the conversation short, but I'd rather get to Elgreen quickly." "Hey, what's the rush? This airship's cool," Gregory said disappointingly. "Well, let's just say I've got a new idea of where to get you where you need to be. But first we need to go to Elgreen to find out what happened. You stick with me and do as I say. I don't know if it's safe or not." After small complaints of rushing off again, the group finally headed back to Elgreen. The group had travelled through Redwood Forest with no issue, upon seeing which Elgreen was on the horizon, surprisingly looked untouched, though Naby commented that there was no guards manning the walls or the guard towers. As they drew ever closer, Solia shifted in her seat as if she looked like she was about to be sick. "Can you feel that?" "Yeah, the air feels, off." The group realised they're all feeling the same thing, a heavy atmosphere of dread and pressure that was making them feel queasy. Leaving the cart behind outside the walls, the group headed into the village. Passing all the different houses, they could see the residents inside, but none greeted them, refusing to even look at them. The group headed to Father Raphael's church, figuring it would be best as they were more familiar with him. Knocking intermediately on the door creepily swang slowly open, creaking all the while. Entering the church, you could see Father Raphael in a hooded robe, praying at the altar. As they headed towards him, they could swear they could see movement outside the windows. "I got a bad feeling about this." All of a sudden, Jacob put his hand up to the group to tell them to halt, and pinched his nose as he approached Father Raphael. Putting a hand on his shoulder and turning him around, Father Raphael collapsed on the floor, revealing a rotten corpse that was once the kind priest. Before the group could figure out what to do next, an eerie, dim, but violent red light slowly filled the church, with the group being paralysed with fear. It took all their might just to turn around and look at the entrance of the church, upon which a 20-foot tall but eerily thin figure, cloaked in darkness that seemed to absorb all light around it, with two red bright pinprick eyes and a gangly smile, approached the group, slowly gliding across the church floor.
"Greetings! I am Diabolos. I'm glad I can finally put a face to the names."